Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another H-Fires 4 replay. Spawn on the bottom left side as the blue Ottomans, we have DivineDFP. Spawn on the top right side as the green English, we have Big or vkggng, whatever that means. Let's see now, English. Let's talk about which players' economic bonuses. The English have access to very powerful farms, and they're also cheaper as well. They do cost as little as 37 wood, making them incredibly accessible, the most efficient food source in the game, late game, mid game food source, as opposed to collecting up ore itself. Not to mention, mills can help improve the income from those farms, making it so even in a feudal age, they're better than collecting deer. Over here, the Ottomans, they get military schools, so they get free units and able to, rather than get fast collection rate, which they do have a vizier for that, for better mining, they can get it straight into units. We have the Abbey Kings being put on the field. The rarer of the two landmarks, Council Hall is a nice archer range immediately, so you get pull out your archers quicker and very quickly. And over here we've got the twin minarets being put on the field, which allows them to get a good solid base of food. The berries will be collected quicker, and you get like what, 5 villagers worth of good food collection. Very handy indeed. The English player, let's talk about the units. We mentioned about the free units. The English can have access to the Vanguard Man-at-Arms, early Man-at-Arms, and as well as the Longbowmen as unique units. The Man-at-Arms in this situation should be very good, because the Ottomans' only unique unit is the Sipahi. Sipahi is a more powerful, more expensive horseman, but overall, Man-at-Arms generally win those engagements because horsemen's benefit is mobility rather than damage. So they still do decent damage, don't get me wrong about that. Additionally, the Man-at-Arms are very resilient to arrow fire because they are heavy. They have 3 pierced armor throughout the entire game to start out with. Now we do got the king push away forward. Does find a charge attack there on this villager. The king only has 2 armor. And does kill off that villager there, very nice. The king does also have a health regen aura. The king himself may go down with the arrow volley and does go down. Oof. The king's what, 100? Yes, it is. This is actually something I would change about the English. I would say a lot of their farming stuff needs to be toned down a little bit because there's no reason to move on the field. But I also think the Abbey Kings, it was buffed in the previous balance patch. But this is what I would suggest as an alternative of buffing the Abbey Kings. Make it like the Khan, where it when you build the Abbey Kings, doesn't spawn immediately, but gets automatically respawned for free like the Khan. That should make it pretty fun, because most people don't rebuild the king out of feudal age, and that way the king's a constant presence in the field. You get 1 free heavy cav that is less armor, more health than a regular knight. That's my best way of suggesting how to buff the Abbey Kings. Sipahi and dancing forward does get a bit dance there onto that villager. He's trying to dance around this villager. That one does see a couple stabs there. And now the scout's throwing some torches there. Trying to dance around the villagers there. Oh, he's still hitting that wounded villager there. Does take out that villager. Got 1 vizier now ready to be called on in. Ready to spend that command point on sheep, and also improves mining speed by 15%. That is the only other alternate economic benefit to the Ottomans. They get free units, or they get additional mining speed. I suppose you can also throw in trade stuff as well. Plus 40% is one of the most powerful trade benefits in the entire game. Mongols have a really powerful trade benefit, since it's a passive, and get up to plus 30% total across food, wood, and gold. Which, that large dispersal of resources can be a little bit better in some situations, worse in other situations. So also Malians have another powerful one with the So hidden trade network and the toll collectors, that can be another powerful trade benefit. He's gonna get out. Oh, gotta be very careful not to push the deer onto the scaffolding, preventing him from building it. I lost so many games playing the Mongol where I ordered a gear to reposition on location and just refused to redeploy because something's just in the way and refused to stay out of the way. Does say kill off these deer as well. It's going to get some good collection rate with how close these deer are. We do have an English farm here, going for some mills as well. This will provide a good steady supply of food that doesn't consume the local forest puppers. And both sides just a little bit passive at the moment. The king has not been redeployed. We do got a pair of vanguard man-at-arms out of the field. We have the early man-at-arms research now completed. Survival techniques now completed. I think that was for the Ottoman player. On this map, it's also small deer deposits, so it's as nice as it is. You can claim up these. It's really not worth the hassle. And professional scouts was much more usable. That would be actually, well, usable. But professional scouts, in my opinion, are too expensive. Shouldn't cost 275 gold. Maybe at most 75 gold, and available in Dark Age, not Feudal Age. Now how these man-at-arms push their way forward. He does back off the stone deposit there. Do we see any military schools actually built on the field? I don't see any. He has not built any military schools at the moment. Interesting. That's something you actually should build as quickly as you can because you get that free production of units. You get your own defense force if you're not playing aggressive. It just provides you a decent defense force, so your opponent, if he goes aggressive, at least has something to contend with, because right now he does not have a defense force on the field. He does have 200 stone. He can build, there's 2 military schools now, or a military school. I must have the other one queued up somewhere because he had over 200 stone. They are 100 stone each. Or I'm just blind. Got the hit Imperial Academy there. And blacksmith being built out there. Here's some arrow fire. Yep, we got now these man arms pushing forward. They can shrug off quite a bit of damage. Right now, only 6 damage each per extra arrow. The man arms have 4 pierced arms, so they're taking 2 damage per arrow. Seeing all these man arms, probably a good idea to start, once you get up to the next age, start going for crossbows or lancers. Lancers don't do any bonus damage, but they're just simply heavy. Those are trying to build the Imperial Army. You got the King's Palace not being blown field, which is a town center. Going at next to the wood deposit there. Got another fresh vizier. Is of course the automatic class and mangonels. Villagers getting hit significantly by these man-at-arms. Blue does have a villager advantage, even though Green has maintained 2 town centers before his opponent. Green does have less villagers at the moment, so he may have failed a little bit at producing villagers constantly. I say that with such negative connotation, but do note that I'm just equally as bad as that. I mostly rely on a macro for my villager production, as well as just general other production. Though they're very invasive, because it tends to interrupt a lot of my movement in it, so I tend to do a bit of miss rallies. Quite a bit. He must have some military school somewhere, right? He has 104, I guess. 100 stone, and I thought he had 200 stone a point for a time frame, unless I just can't read. Both players now Castle Age. We do still have this man-arm engaging the spearman. The spearman will have severe trouble versus him, especially when he's dead. Green will start advancing quickly with his additional villagers now, since he has 3 village queues as opposed to just 2. Got armor clad. Nope, armor clad got this. No, he cancels the man-arms research. He may be not eyeing to pull out any more man-arms. Looks he's going for mass horsemen at the moment. He's now there's armor clad and man-arms research. Upgrading early man-arms to regular man-arms. Oh, up here, man-at-arms do find the crossbows. Now there's the man-at-arms research. Of course, crossbows still hit pretty hard. We do have a bunch of horsemen being pulled on the field. He's not getting any more man-at-arms, so his opponent deploying mass crossbows actually will be not a good idea. We have a Mangonel here, which is not going to be used for his horsemen either. The rest of that stone has been claimed. He does have 450 stone at the moment, so should be able to pull out some more military schools. Yep, he does have 4 military schools now on the field, or being queued up. Relic's being potentially claimed. Green has picked up 1 relic. I thought I saw it. Maybe it's just that other relic of soul. There it is. Blue's not cleaning up some relics himself. Very nice. This relic is easy for green, but these 2 are very contestable. Another vizier now available. And does go for the increased production of military schools. Right now, these military schools are eyeing for man-at-arms. That's what the mass horsemen there. The crossbowmen will fire upon them, but they do lack the punch against light. Does use the melee armor ability, increasing the armor by 2. Horsemen getting some good damage there. We have some Ottoman man-at-arms from on field. And we'll take the opportunity to take out that Mangonel. That's a nice little pick there, because Mangonels, they're not cheap. You know he got it for free. So don't want to lose it, because they're not cheap to replace. Horsemen doing some good damage here, overrunning his crossbows. The line of palisade walls here by green, but a very pathetically small amount. Doesn't look like it was interrupted either, so I don't know why there's just a small number of palisade walls there. The horsemen have been cleaned up, but they did get some good damage, and they took out a good number of crossbows as well as a Mangonel. Another Mangonel soon to be deployed on the field. You now have outposts being put out here. As of course by the network castles. Line of palisade walls going up over here. Very nice. Gotta keep those forest puppers out. They're not allowed here. We've also got a big line of stone walls to be poured down out. And blue is now eyeing for trade. He doesn't want to contest this central gold here. He is going to focus on trade. He is going to have this gold deposit secured up, as well as a stone deposit here. So this gold deposit is down to the last 600 gold. And now the horseman getting some good hits there. Horseman now advancing forward. There's a spring gold place here, and is going for the fortified outpost. Right now, blue does have a larger military force in the field, as well as a higher quality force. And one of these villages have gone down. This palisade wall will shortly go down. Let's find some men-at-arms right there. I'm not sure where he came from. Oh, he came from over here, but I'm not sure he got over here. Now the fortified outpost starting to receive some torch damage, but of course does have 5 fire armor. These villagers being hit there. These forces need to start pushing way forward. Now just send a handful of spearmen to deal with that horseman as well. So maybe a good idea for Bill to contest this gold. That's 8,000 gold there. He doesn't want to forfeit to his opponent. Got some traders now coming on out. Hopefully they're not traitors. Men-at-arms do get picked off there. Has he... He's not gotten the trade bags just yet, but of course, he's pretty close to it. He may want to get that sooner rather than later before he gets the other stuff. Got a pair of outposts. He is going to start trying to collect that gold. This gold deposit. I was going to click on that to see how much gold was left, but apparently I couldn't. Because error 404, it was not found. Oh, yep. I just realized, like, oh, he can hunt 4. No, wait. The religion forbids it. After all, cows are the more superior animal to the pig. Cow gives a pretty good amount of milk over time. After all, modern milk cows can provide you 6 to 8 gallons of milk a day. Which is very significant, to say the least. One positive thing over pig, however, is pig is a very robust animal. They can be shipped over, they can be on ships and not have any detrimental effects, while other livestock, they tend to be infertile for about a year after, say, crossing the ocean into the New World. Hence why the pig was a critical part to the Spanish conquest of North America, because they can follow the armies. Cows cannot. They're like horses. They don't want to breed after a long voyage. Mangonels, 2 Mangonels on both sides. Green's Mangonels do get a decent volley there. Horsemen trying to charge them forward. Blue's Mangonels could try sieging, hitting Green's Mangonels. That decent volley there. We have some Janissaries that may have been plugged with the Vizier. Blue does dodge that Mangonel volley there. That's made a good volley there. Blue gets a good hit there. Green's finds a decent hit there as well, but a little bit short. Horsemen now trying to charge him forward. Janissaries can be very useful against these horsemen. Good Mangonel shots there. We've got 4 Mangonels now pulled out there. Blue's front line's going to start disintegrating. We've got a single spring gold for Blue. Blue needs to take these Mangonels. They're sieging down the spring gold itself. He needs to start hit that spring gold with the Mangonels. But he's actually just so focused on the front line. There's actually a lot of juicy targets there. He may lose another Mangonel there. And now the towers are going to get hit as well. Mangonels do close here for the structures. If you want to get a siege that hits both infantry and buildings, go for Mangonels. He also outrange keeps. Keeps base arrow range is just only 8. The spring gold range is 9. Mangonels range is 10. Oh no, it's still 9. My bad. So if you don't know what siege units to build, Mangonels are a good option. And not so expensive, because they are 420, 200. Ooh. And they do great versus range. They have trouble versus melee, that's for sure. Took his man-at-arms, but they can put a big holes in man-at-arms to give enough damage. And unlike trying to hit archers, they can stay back pretty far away to hit the melee force of man-at-arms. And stay more away from spring golds, who do have a range of 10. But if they're back behind your back line by 9 tiles, then spring golds have to be next to your melee units in order to reach them. Mangonels? Oh! He did lose one of the Mangonels there. Mangonels can fight spring golds, just simply lack the range. Got more Mangonels pushing the field. Horsemen now advancing forward. Blue's front line has disintegrated with the thanks to these Mangonels. Do not have a counterweight trebuchet here. Horseman, there's only man-at-arms here. He could perhaps chase down the Springolds, chase down the Mangonels. Both are good targets for horsemen. In this case, going for Springolds is probably the better, so your Mangonels get better hits. Does take out Gringolds are now down. He still has both these Magnos, both half health, and proper focus firing there. Oh, there goes all those man-at-arms. That output's going up. Does get the garrison effect there, which improves the rate of fire, right? Or is it tear up and tear down? Garrison, their attack and set of speeds increased by 25%, both. It's something people don't do all too often, but it is increased attack speed of mangonels in this age is incredibly good. The research itself is Imperial Age technology and only does attack speed by 25%, so you get basically the effect of the Imperial Age tech in Castle Age. Hell, technically in Feudal Age. If you really want to, Dark Age. But I don't think you're ever going to get enough Vizier in Dark Age before you advance to Feudal Age. The music stopped. Weird. Magnos finds some good damage there. Now got the music back up and going. Magnos gains some good damage with Green's force here. He's getting stuck. These man-arms provides a nice choke point there with the Golden Vein. Green's stuck in a choke point here, so these improved mangonels are going to have really high rate of fire. They're annihilating this entire front line. And now he's trying to go with the Pershire Castle, cancels it. Delete this farm, put it right there. Green doesn't have much military force in the field. He's trying to build it right there, but there's too much force here. Cancel and get out of there. It's not going to go up there. He needs a put. Ugh. Those berry bushes in the way, and Green backs out of the game now. Unable to advance next age, and couldn't build an army to hold back this line. Mangonels, they're powerful. Both sides use Mangonels very well. This is Great saying, thank you for watching, and on to next stream.